In this video, we're going to go over how to do a North Dakota inmate search, find prison records, jail records, arrest information, things like that. So come down to northdakotapublicrecords.org. You'll notice on the front page, you have multiple public record databases available to you in the state of North Dakota. Now, we have created specific pages. If you hover over other records, you'll notice anything from background checks all the way down to inmate search here, and that's what the video is about. So let's click on that. Once you're on the once you're on a specific page here, you're going to notice you have a statewide check available to you, and this looks at prison inmates. So anybody that's in prison, if you look below, you'll see county level resources, and these would be sheriff's departments that have arrested people. They're not necessarily, see, like a difference between a prison and a jail. Somebody going to prison, it's typically for like a more serious crime, and they're sentenced to over a year. And anybody that maybe got arrested, maybe they are serving a couple of months, maybe they got released the same day. That information you're not going to find in the prison records. That would be jail information. So you have a couple of different databases to consider when finding inmate information. Another thing is, if you're interested in the criminal background, you can also utilize court records. So anytime somebody is arrested, they're going to have to see a judge, and anytime they see a judge, there's a document created, and depending on the situation, but majority of the time a court document is considered a public record, depending on exactly what's going on in the case, how sensitive it is, but typically there is a court document created, and you can search that using court databases. So that's another thing to consider. One more thing you have available to you here is a private database. And this database, this database doesn't just look at county or state records. It goes outside of North Dakota. It looks at various states, and it pulls records from both private and public databases. So let's say somebody has a criminal past somewhere, say like in Georgia or maybe South Dakota, and then they end up moving to North Dakota, and if you're just checking county records or state records, you're not going to see that information, and that might be important information to consider. So consider using the private database and the local database. The local is always, that's where the record originates. That's where it's going to be the most fresh, the most accurate, but just keep in mind that it is limited to that specific area. With that in mind, come down to northdakotapublicrecords.org. Check out all the public database resources you have available in the state of North Dakota, and get started on your North Dakota inmate search. Thank you.